We care more about the person that did it and protecting them versus the individual, the victim, their family.
She always got something to say. Oh, no, she didn't. Oh, yes, she did. No, she didn't. Yes, she did.
We gonna cry a little.
I can't
laugh a lot.
I like her.
Hear real shit.
She keeping it real.
In the right spot.
Come on,
Let's
y'all.
talk about
Let's
it.
talk about it.
What's going on, you guys, and welcome back to another video. I'm your girl Jamaica. Of course, if you are new here and you don't know what to do here, you ain't never been here, you don't know, you ain't got a clue, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell, and just like that, proud of the family, you ain't got to do it no more, just do it once and that's it. If you haven't been here and you still here and you like, what the fuck have you been at? Jamaica, what the fuck is up? I miss you guys, but let me say, your girl has been busy, okay? She been busy. Charleston White. Now, I heard about Charleston White, right? And I thought I wasn't gonna like him. I thought, you know what? I don't do snitching. You know, we grew up in that era in the 90s where you just didn't do that. That was what it was. You shut the fuck up. You just don't do it. So at first, when I heard about him, when I did my research, when I seen him and T.I. and T.I.'s son was going back and forth, I was like, who the hell is this? However, I watch a lot of his shorts just scrolling on YouTube. It's in my algorithm, and I stand corrected. When you listen to him, it sounds crazy, but it makes you wonder if we as black people, number one, and we as human beings have been conditioned to believe one thing. Because I've seen so many videos, and I understand why he's snitching. If you really look at the bigger picture, if you really look at our kids and how our kids are growing up and what our kids are listening to and what our children are looking up to, as much as artists like Cardi B and Lil Baby and all of them be like, oh, I'm not trying to be, you know, something or someone your child looks up to. You don't have to try to be that, but that is what you are. That is how the children of today look at you. Like, oh, I love that music. I love him. I like what he's doing. Oh, I like that Cardi is like this. And, you know, I love Cardi's music. And so when you actually listen to it, because your girl refuses to listen to whatever this music is today. I don't do it. When you actually look at what's portrayed, listen to what's put out there, it's like, are we conditioned to believe that this is normal? Is Charleston White really saying what needs to be said? When he talks about how he snitches and why he snitches, it's funny, but it's truthful. And I know a lot of people are probably like, oh, you know, I don't care what happens, you shouldn't be a snitch, or you shouldn't do this. But at the expense of what? Or at the expense of whom? Our children? The music that's being put out there, our kids are listening to that. When he talked about, and he's so funny, when he talked about having to check in, when he went to a Little League baseball game and he was sitting in his car and he had to check in, some gang members came up to his car like, hey, where you from? Who you check in with? And he's like, I checked in with the police. It makes you really look, to me at least, at how we have thought and really be like, is that right? When I be looking at stuff, when I listen to his shorts, when I listen to his opinion, I'll be like, huh, I never thought of it that way. And I'm one of them people who strongly believe in putting on someone else's shoes. Like, just put yourself in their spot. Put yourself in their place. Like, when he talked about, I'm not taking the fall if my homie brought drugs in the car. Like, let me say something. If y'all ain't seen these shorts, you gotta watch these shorts. And when he talks about that, makes all the sense. If your homie is selling drugs, okay, y'all all get pulled over, he's selling drugs, and all of a sudden he take the drugs out of his pocket and throw them on the floor, and Charleston White is like, fucking no. Like, them your drugs, nigga, you selling drugs, you take the fall. Like, why should I have to take the fall for your shit? Period. And then there really are snitches out here that are living their life. And people who aren't snitching that's locked up and they're fighting for their life. You see what I'm saying? And I just feel like it does paint a picture of what could the black community look like if we actually started holding people accountable. If we actually started putting a picture out there that wasn't drugs, that wasn't guns, that wasn't a fucking twerking, that wasn't this, that wasn't that. I like Charleston White. I don't care what nobody say. It sounds crazy and it's funny and I laugh so hard listening to this man. You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it. I like him. I like him. Everyone has a different opinion. You cannot fault somebody for having their own opinion or their own thoughts, especially when he's speaking from experience in some places. He's been there, and he's like, I used to be there, and I don't want to be there no more. But not only do I not want to be there, I don't want our children to be there. And how do we stop our children from being there? Is we start holding people accountable. I like him. I think that, you know, it's harsh. It's really hard to hear a fact when it's presented in an aggressive manner. You know, like, you rather hear it with sprinkled sugar on it and shit like that. But no, this is what it is. This is the facts. And I feel like that's how he comes at it. And so for some people, it's hard for them to hear it when he's coming with it, how he's coming with it. But does that make it any less true? No. That was the one thing that I said about Donald Trump. I was going to vote for Donald Trump. The only reason Biden got my vote was because I have black sons and brothers and uncles and cousins, and I want them to live. And I feel like what he was inciting and enticing was this racial situation against our young black kids, male and female. And so that was the only reason that Biden got my vote. But did I really agree with the shit Trump had and the shit Trump said? Yes, I did. And that is why I can understand Charleston's white point of view. From a black standpoint, he's black, I'm black. That makes sense. Why is it okay that we can acknowledge PNB, and not to say anything against him because I actually did like PNB Rock, but why is it that we can acknowledge him and his death, but how many black kids die every day with no acknowledgement? All the time. Who family isn't starting GoFundMes? Every day our black kids are dying. Probably by more blacks than by whites. And here we are in this space where we can't snitch on them because we don't want to snitch because that's what the culture says. That's just what we were raised to believe. And then we just have this death. We care more about the person that did it and protecting them versus the individual, the victim, their family. I believe it's backwards. I can watch him and I can agree with him because it makes sense. I don't care how stupid you may look. 1 + 1 = 2. Whether I like you or you not, 1 + 1 = 2. That's it. That's my thing on Charleston White. I fucks with him. Just listen to him. You know, some stuff may ruffle some feathers. I even may look at it like, but the majority of things, that's just what it is. So, on that note, I'm gonna get up out of here. Make sure you're following on Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. I'll open my Twitter back up. It's different, has a different name, so I'm gonna post that in the description box, but everything else is the same. Thank you guys for showing me so much love. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for showing my Instagram so much love. Thank you for showing the M.A.I.C.A organization so much love. I'm going to leave that right here. I'm going to also leave it in the description box. Make sure you go on there, check it out. We're doing something amazing this winter season, so donate if you can. Be a part if you can. So if you are in Minnesota, if you want to come out to Minnesota just to be a part of it, definitely do that. Definitely keep in touch. And I will see you in the next video. Peace.